We heard from Nebraska's coordinators and players as the Huskers get ready for their trip out to Penn State. Hi, Sean Callahan, HuskerOnline.com. Before we get to that, this report is brought to you by First Interstate Bank. We have a limited time offer that we want to share with you from now through November 21st. We want to give you up to $600. It's easy. Simply open a new checking account, savings account, or both online at your nearest branch today using the code Fall25 bonus, and you can put $600 in your wallet. You deserve it. To learn more, visit firstinterstate.com/Fall25 bonus. Subject to eligibility requirements. First Interstate Bank, member FDIC. And when you look at this trip out to Penn State, for John Butler, it's got some special meaning, as Nebraska's defensive coordinator was once the defensive coordinator for the Nittany Lions.
Yeah, I'm from there. I'm from State College. I mean, State College. I'm from Philly, which obviously is three hours or so from State College. So Pennsylvania is my home, where I grew up. Grew up in a region where Penn State was it, much like obviously growing up in Nebraska. Nebraska's it. So coaching there was a unbelievable experience. And obviously, when we took over, that experience was like none other in my career, having taken over for that time frame. With Coach O'Brien, him and his staff, our staff, obviously those great players, Mike Mowdy, Jordan Hill, to name a few, that were just the unbelievable leaders to keep that thing afloat for those couple of years before Coach Franklin took over. So when I get there, it's just another game. I've coached in a bunch of cool stadiums and cool venues, but going back there, I'm going to have a bunch of family going to the game, and I'll have my son there flying in for Thanksgiving, so it'll be cool.
That said, a big topic of discussion for this Nebraska defense is slowing down a Penn State running attack led by running backs Nick Singleton and Katron Allen.
When you look at their offense, the strength of what they do is they have a great offensive line. They have two great backs, big physical tight ends, and a mentality of that region and that program to run the football. So it's going to be a great challenge for us, an opportunity. I know that one of the number 13 has a chance to break the record up there, and we've got to do everything we can to make sure he does it against another team. But they're gonna run the football. You can see that the identity of what they've been doing of late is establish the run, control the game, be a physical team, and we've got to match that with how we prepare day to day. And then we go up there, we have to understand that's the type of game it's going to be.
Yeah, they got two good running backs. That's really the difference that we've seen this year. Two really good running backs that we have to stop and keep a close eye on and protect the perimeter. So that's what we've been locked on this week.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really see it being much different. Like, I think that's kind of been, similar throughout the season, like, being diligent and stopping the run. So it's, just being ready to attack is really all it is.
We have two great running backs. They like to run the ball a lot, so we just got to play our game, stop the run.
Meanwhile, on offense for Nebraska, this will be TJ Latif's second start as he hopes to take a step forward here out at State College.
I was obviously happy with, how he handled everything. Thought he played, really good first time out, which we expected him to. I mean, there was a lot of confidence, in the coaches with him. We talked about that, and then he went out there and proved it. I think the coolest thing that, him handling going back home was awesome. Okay, now that was his element too. The weather and Southern Cal is kind of his element right there. And he felt good in pregame, and we even kind of kidded around about that. Just as far as the ball was kind of sticky, and he was spinning it pretty good, and he played well. From an offense, it was probably our most efficient game. If you just look at all the stuff that matters that we always talk about, I mean, those numbers were pretty good, from yards per play to critical downs to red zone touchdowns, just all that stuff that it takes to win games. So he was fired up, though. I mean, he, like, right before his first drive, he came to me, he goes, I got you, and I got this, coach. He goes, just, call it like you normally would, and I did. I called it like I normally would, and he went out there and executed at a very high level. So I think he got confidence from that. I think the team got confidence in it. I think, Coach Rule did an amazing job of getting the guys to understand what it takes when you're playing a freshman quarterback, first start. Everybody needs to elevate their game, and that's what I saw. I mean, I saw a bunch of guys that elevated their game, and hopefully that can carry on into this week. Probably needed a bye week at that point, although you got some momentum. We kind of needed that. So I think we'll be ready to go play. The guys are fired up about practicing out there today. And, this is a different animal, a different element, different elements, different football team, different environment, so everything's going to be different. So, I'm looking forward to see how we play. We're gonna have to play up. I mean, this is a good football team that we're playing. I don't care what their record is. None of that matters. The only thing you put the tape on and you watch it, they're playing really well. So, probably their best 2 games have been the last couple of games here. So, be a big challenge for us.
Yeah, he was calm, cool, collected. He showed poise. After that first play of him keeping it, I was like, all right, we're good. He's fine. I'm proud of him, and, he did a hell of a job, and, expect great things from him the rest of the way.
It was awesome. Kind of felt that, nervous but also energy from him. We all just instilled belief in him, and he absorbed it, and you just saw it shine on the field. And now he's going to take another step this week. It's crazy. His first 2 starts are going to be away games. So, and we're going to Penn State, and it's going to be loud. So it's going to be awesome for just us to rally behind him and instill that extra belief in him again.
Yeah, just him being willing to learn. I think that's the biggest thing about TJ. He's out there constantly after every play watching to see if he made a mistake, see what he can be better on. And so I think the ceiling's high for him because he comes in every single day. He wants to get better. That's what makes him great.
And a big part of the success of Latif will be tied to running back Emmett Johnson, who still leads the Big Ten by well over 100 yards in rushing.
Yeah, just taking it, just like any other game, approaching it like any other game, focusing just on Penn State this week, taking it day by day, not looking too far ahead, and just getting better each and every day. But I'm going to spend a lot of time on recovery of my body and getting ready with Mitch, things like that, just so I'm ready for the game.
Even him last week, we didn't let him practice on Tuesday, and Wednesday he got out there and he was 100% full speed, but I'm sure his body appreciated some time off. He doesn't complain about anything. He does a great job in recovery and getting ready for the next one, and he's going to be fired up about going and playing a good quality opponent. I know that.
We're all proud of Emmett. I mean, he's done an incredible job. Hopefully he wins that thing. But, for us, it's just, day in, day out, grab your lunch pals and go to work. And, he gets the credit and, we get a couple pancake blocks and we're happy with it.
It's been amazing for him to get that because I remember freshman year, he'd just be saying, we were in the dorms, if they just give me a chance, man, I'm gonna go crazy. And, I mean, he's been going crazy. That's what we call him, eat crazy sometimes. And he's also in the house, too, and just being able to be a part of his growth and seeing it all come to fruition, and then him giving all the glory is to God, just allowing him to be in that position. It's been amazing, and all the accolades, he deserves it all. And I hope we're invited to New York with him when he's a Heisman finalist.
This will be Nebraska's 4th road night game of the year, so the Huskers are getting used to this type of setup as they go out to State College.
Yeah, I kind of enjoy it, able to get a extra little nap in, but it sucks coming back. You don't get back in until late in the a.m. and then you got to wake up early for church and you're all groggy, and then you got practice, but it all feels better with a win.
That said, it will probably be the toughest environment Nebraska has played in all season on the road.
I was telling the guys it's gonna be intense atmosphere, but we just can't let the crowd get in our head. We just gotta stay focused on what the main goal is. Rely on each other, fall back on each other, and just get what we got to do done. Take everything one play at a time.
I know it's loud. That's what people say. It's on the NCAA game, the stadium post is really high. So I think it should be a loud game, and I'm excited for that. I think that playing in big environments like that is always really fun, and I'm excited for the way that our team attacks it.
And finally, for Nebraska, I think there's just a lot of motivation now moving forward. The Huskers at 7-3 would love to keep winning to improve their bowl destination. Reporting here with the Nebraska football team in Lincoln, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com.